You said yes to something last week that you wanted to say no to. You know exactly which thing. You felt it when you said it. That small collapse inside. And you said it anyway. Because you needed them to be okay with you. More than you needed to be honest. That is not who you are. That is something you were taught. By the end of this, you'll know when that teaching started. What it has quietly taken from you every single day since. And what to do about it starting today. Here is the question. What would you do differently if nobody's opinion of you was at stake? Hold that. Because that answer is who you actually are. Let's deal with what you tell yourself about this. I'm just a caring person. I like making people happy. Caring about people is something you give freely. Needing their approval is something you take from yourself. Those two things feel identical from the inside. They are not. I just don't like conflict. It's just my personality. There is a difference between choosing peace and choosing silence because you are afraid of what someone will think of you. One of those is a choice. The other is a cage. Here is where this actually comes from. Think about the first time you changed what you were about to say because you noticed someone's face shift. How young were you? Most people, when they really trace it, can take it all the way back. Back to being small. Back to when the people around you were everything. When you were that small, you had one job. Stay close to the people who kept you safe. And to stay close, you had to read them. What made them warm? What made them pull away? And adjust yourself so they stayed warm. That was not a flaw. That was survival for a child. The problem is you are not a child anymore. But the old program is still running. Every single day. Here is why it feels so impossible to stop. The moment someone approves of you, something in your body shifts. The tension drops. The relief is real. You feel it everywhere. Your whole system says that felt good. Do that again. And it will always feel good. That is the problem. The feeling is real, but chasing it is costing you everything. And then there is what it does online. Every like, every comment, every time the number goes up. Your body responds the same way it responds to approval in real life. The screen turned that need into something you carry everywhere. If you have ever refreshed something to see if people responded, you already know this is real. Drop a comment. Tell me what you most often seek approval for that you have never said out loud to anyone. And here is the thing nobody tells you about this loop. It never fills, no matter how much approval you collect, because the approval is coming from outside, and the wound is on the inside. Let's talk about what this is actually taking from you. First, you don't know what you actually want. When every decision has to first survive someone else's reaction, you stop developing your own sense of what matters. You spend so long working out what other people want that the question of what you want becomes genuinely hard to answer. Second, the relationships you are building are not fully real. Not because the people are not real, because you keep editing yourself before they see you. The version they like, that is not the whole of you. And somewhere underneath, you already know that. Third, you stay in things long after you should have left. Bad jobs, bad relationships, situations that stopped serving you years ago. Because leaving means someone will be disappointed in you. And your body reads that disappointment as danger. Not because you are dramatic. Because you learned at 5 years old that disapproval meant distance. And distance meant you were not safe. Your body never got the update that you survived. That you are safe now. Fourth, you are tired in a way that has no obvious cause. Managing how other people feel about you is a full-time job. Nobody hired you for it. You took it on before you could speak. And it follows you everywhere. Every room. Every conversation. Here is what you are going to do, starting today. First, say no to one small thing this week. Not a big no, something low stakes, a favor, an invitation. And when you say it, stay with the feeling that follows. The discomfort is the old program being interrupted. That is supposed to happen. Second, stop explaining your decisions to people who did not ask. A decision can end after the decision. I can't make it, full stop. That is a complete sentence. The urge to keep talking after that, that is the pattern. Catch it. Third, before your next decision, ask whose voice you are hearing. When you feel the pull to do something just to be liked, ask, whose voice is that? A parent, a teacher, someone from a long time ago. Their voice lives in you. It does not have to run you. Fourth, let someone be disappointed, on purpose. Not to be cruel, just let it happen without fixing it. Your nervous system needs evidence that disappointment is survivable. It is. You just have not allowed yourself to find out yet. If you are going to do one of those 4 things this week, like this video, not for the count, as a record that you heard this and you chose not to look away. Fifth, build one opinion that belongs only to you. A film, a place, a decision, anything, something you have not run past anyone else first. Hold it. You do not need anyone to agree, just hold it. At the start, I asked what you would do differently if nobody's opinion of you was at stake. That answer is not a fantasy version of yourself. It is a direction. The direction you were always supposed to be moving in. You do not need everyone to approve of you. You never did. You needed one person to, a long time ago, and they either gave it or they didn't. This channel keeps saying the things the people around you won't say. If that's what you need, subscribe. 1 video a week. No comfort, just this. What happened then does not have to keep happening now. You get to decide whose approval you need, and the right answer is one person. You.